Listen, I've met Tom Hanks a couple of times, and he was very kind and very lovely, and his wife was exceptionally lovely. But when he was on Saturday Night Live...
I hated it too, and I said it on my show. I know.
What?
I hated it. Wearing the MAGA hat, not shaking hands with a black person. Right. And that's when I thought, you people don't know MAGA people.
Nope.
I mean, they have their issues, and I certainly have my issues with them, but they're general. I mean, of course, there's some racists everywhere who are that bad, but generally, all the MAGA people I know have no problem shaking hands with the black person. You're just hysterical, and you're not helping. And
nope,
I agree.
Not at all.
That was not
deplorable squared.
Not helping.
Bill Maher's fed up with Hollywood's constant woke talk. He says celebrities are too busy trying to look virtuous, and he's calling them out, Tom Hanks included. Maher thinks all the preaching has gone too far. A recent moment finally pushed him to speak up, and now he's making it clear he's done with the Hollywood show of moral grandstanding.
More folks went to church, we wouldn't be in this mess we're in now.
You know what? I agree with you, Doug. I'd like to shake your hand, sir. Here we go.
No,
oh, no.
Like that.
Oh, no. It's just a handshake. Yeah, it's just a handshake. Yeah, all right. You're welcome in Black Jeopardy anytime.
All right. Well, thank you, my brother. Maybe I'll start a show for you to come on, and we'll call it White Jeopardy.
Hollywood keeps pushing the idea that Trump supporters or anyone in a MAGA hat must be ignorant or racist, and they often hide it behind jokes. When people call it out, the response is always, relax, it's just comedy. UT comedy has power. It shapes opinions and reinforces stereotypes, especially when the punchline always targets the same group. That's what Bill Maher called out on his Club Random podcast. He's done with the one-sided jokes pretending to be harmless satire.
You people don't know MAGA people.
Nope.
I mean, they have their issues, and I certainly have my issues with them, but they're general. I mean, of course, there's some racists everywhere who are that bad, but generally, all the MAGA people I know have no problem shaking hands with the black person. You're just hysterical, and you're not helping. And
nope,
I agree.
Not at all.
That was not
deplorable squared.
Not help.
Is how the far left operates with the facts. Attack anyone who disagrees and never take responsibility. They targeted Trump. Now they're going after J.D. Vance and Tom Homan. It's not about fairness, it's about pushing an agenda, no matter who gets hurt now. Tom Hanks is part of it too. Some might say he's just an actor, but he's not just anyone. Hanks has the influence to say no. The fact that he didn't speaks volumes.
Telling as a liberal, I don't like it. Again, because lying offends me. I'm a comedian. When the premise isn't real, the joke is not going to work. The premise has to ring true. That premise doesn't ring true. It might have rang true, I don't know, X years ago. It doesn't now. So, but that's where we are. Everybody has to just play the hate card, because that's what gets clicks. That's what gets you loved by your side.
Right, your side, 100%. Yeah, and there's safety there.
They just want to feel that, oh yeah, that's right. He's blur.
That's right. The left has turned attacking Trump into a daily habit. It's become an obsession. I remember during Trump's court trial, MSNBC covered it like it was the Super Bowl, wall-to-wall coverage. Non-stop cameras. It wasn't journalism, it was a media circus. Every moment was filmed, from Trump walking through a hotel lobby to entering the courtroom. It was excessive and honestly a bit embarrassing. They seemed to think non-stop Trump drama and smug commentary would win them the election. But here's the thing, Americans aren't that naive. All that coverage didn't take Trump down. It just made the media and the left look out of touch. And while they chase headlines, the real issues that matter to everyday people keep getting ignored.
Reminded me of an abuser who goes back to a woman and puts on the mask. I'm charming. I'm totally loving. I will never hurt you. You can trust me. I get you. We're together. We're a partnership. But then as soon as the woman does something, could be anything, to set him off, the veil comes down and you realize this has been someone pretending. This whole thing that's been wooing me in has been an act. And oh my God, I was almost fooled. Thank God I saw the moment of reality. That's what that thing was to me, because Saturday Night Live hates conservatives.
Megyn Kelly. S point is simple. Tom Hanks might not respect conservatives or the MAGA crowd as much as people thought. If that's true, he's been playing more than just movie roles. He's been playing the nice guy image too. But now, that act is slipping. The network. No surprise there. They've picked a side and made it clear. They're not interested in balance, they're pushing a progressive agenda with them. It's expected. But with Hanks, it feels like a letdown.
Veil was down and we saw what they really think of all of us. Not just MAGA, but anybody on the right. They think you're a racist. They think you're all the ists for all sorts of psychological reasons that we've gone into and don't need to here. But there was that piece of it. And then there was how deeply offensive it was for Tom Hanks in particular to participate in this skit. Tom Hanks, who started off on this stupid show called Bosom Buddies, which maybe it was ahead of its time because it was about two men who dressed as women in order to get the living arrangements they wanted. So it was guys dressed, in sort of in drag. And he was hilarious and he was a nobody. And it was a stupid show that made us fall in love with him because he was so funny and bumbling.
That's how the woke crowd operates it. Doesn't welcome debate. It shuts it down. First comes the outrage, then the pressure to repeat the same approved lines. Over time, people stop thinking for themselves and start judging. Anyone who disagrees, that's the real danger. It changes how you think and even how you see yourself. And the worst part, you're praised for it, even if it works against your own future. Just look at what's happened. Whoopi Goldberg is always on the edge of being canceled. Sunny Hostin's harsh views have pushed people away. Drew Barrymore was loved until she stepped out of line. Stick to the script and you're safe. But go off script and they'll turn on you fast. It's a trap hand to many still don't see it.
A little rough around the edges, who aren't as coiffed as he is with the perfect 3/4 zip, sweater, with their MAGA hat on. And yeah, Tom Hanks, their southern rural accent, you absolute effing snob, went to your movies and made you a billionaire. And your thanks to them is to mock and belittle them in the 2 minutes you had to portray what they might be like. Shame on you.
Tom Hanks let a lot of fans down, people who respected him not just for his work, but for seeming like one of the few grounded, fair voices in Hollywood. That changed when he took part in mocking MAGA supporters. It wasn't just a role, it sent a message, and for millions who once admired him, it felt personal. This isn't about being overly sensitive or canceling anyone, it's about respect. Hanks didn't have to take part, but he didn't. That choice matters. We're not out to attack him, but we're paying attention. And we're not going to just look the other way.
Except, this is the big problem with that joke. President Trump assembled the largest coalition of black voters and Hispanic voters, and just kind of racially diverse voters generally, that any Republican has assembled in decades. Certainly in my lifetime. So that's the problem with the joke. It's not reflecting reality. And it's just so tired. The thing I really like about this sketch is it shows that Hollywood has learned nothing. I know that SNL is taped in New York, but the broader entertainment industry has learned absolutely nothing.
Trump supporters aren't some one-size-fits-all group. They come from all walks of life. Working-class Americans, small business owners, Hispanic voters, and suburban families. The GOP has grown and adapted to reflect that. Meanwhile, Democrats seem stuck in the past, pushing identity politics and out-of-touch messaging. Instead of real answers, they offer slogans and lectures. Voters are tired of being talked down to. They want solutions. And while the GOP isn't perfect, at least it's listening. The DNC still stuck in its own echo chamber?
Wow, we just got our clocks cleaned. We lost an historic proportion of black voters, black male voters that we relied on, and Hispanic voters. We thought we could run really hard on the immigration issue, but it turns out almost half of Hispanics like Trump. We even lost a lot of young women under 30. Yikes. All right, let's just double down on exactly what we were doing. Republicans are racists. Actually, first we're going to make fun of Republicans being religious. We're going to make fun of Christians. That'll work. And then we're going to call our opponents racists. Because apparently The majority of Americans, including a lot of black and Hispanic people, are racists. Yeah, that's a
The Democratic Party is at a tipping point. No party lasts if it loses touch with every day. Americans, the DNC is heading in the wrong direction, and only Democrats can fix it. But that means pulling away from the radical fringe and listening to working people again. If they keep ignoring real issues and silencing other views, they'll keep losing support. Thanks for watching. Like and subscribe for more.